you're not necessarily aware of all the possibilities and how good life can be. So, but I'm here and I'm existing in it, and it feels really great.
Take me to your leader. Give me the tea from the...
Ko Stevie Greeks tōku ingoa. No Ngāti Whātua Te Ria Hau, me Ngāpui, me Ngāti Kā Nunu, Okuiwi. But I grew up in Hawke's Bay. First 8 years of my life in Sydney, but grew up in Hawke's Bay and have been in Wellington now for 13 years. So I went to university quite late. I did a Bachelor of Communications because I've always written, and that felt like it would lend itself nicely to that area. But while I started studying, I actually ended up majoring in expressive arts, which then I could do more writing, and minored in journalism, which again, more writing, and then went on to do my master's in creative writing. Yeah, and I guess I thought that was my trajectory. I was going to work in comms and, my writing was just going to be like my side hustle. I don't know, like opportunities just kind of keep arising, and like through working here at BATS and through friends that I made, I was then invited to become part of Maranga Mai, which is our Wahine Māori Vaine Pacifica Writers Collective. And yeah, it's just all kind of flowed on from there. And I now work for Kiamo Festival, doing their marketing and communications, as well as Ngā Huatoi, which is a Māori artist advocacy group. And I just keep kind of picking up these little creative moments, and I have that throughout my whole life instead of it being a side thing. I get to bring my whole self to my work. I don't know, it seems a bit simplistic, but like my happiest days are when, I get a little sleep in the morning, I get my dog and hop in the car and go to the beach and go for a walk and then maybe have some yummy kai. And it's those days that you can be slow and still, I think, like the happiest moments. I'm definitely a good person to have on your team. In all of my roles, I'm lucky to be working with like incredible, inspiring people. And I think being in proximity with like just incredible minds and incredibly creative people, it's just so inspiring, and it gives you like purpose to what you're doing. So that's in terms of work. But obviously what gives me energy is, it is those small moments, those people you care about. I think one of my biggest challenges is, myself, right? And things that you put in place, blocks that you put in place that stop you from achieving, like, certain goals and ambitions that you have. So I think just kind of like being really self-aware. I guess I am a reasonably ritualistic person. I'm not going to like let these things make decisions for me, but I do like to incorporate them in my thinking process. So I dabble in a bit of tarot and astrology, and also just like good kōrero with people I trust and respect. I call them like channels, right? Like I'm putting all the mess and everything into these forms so that I can kind of clearly read how I feel about something. Lucky to have a very supportive partner as well. So it's just having those people there that can, help you, support you to make the best decision for yourself and to push forward. Boring answer, money. The arts needs more money. We say it all the time and we scream it from rooftops. Money, money, money. We've had a lot of people leave because it's just too hard. Like obviously money is a huge resource, but also our people are a resource. So I think, more investment in the people that are here now and doing the mahi. And hopefully that means some of those people that left might come back if they see a arts industry that's thriving. It's kind of hard to be a little positive around that when you're seeing like what's happening in Auckland. But on a national scale, like, we've got a lot to worry about. I'm really excited about the rangatahi coming up and kind of making the roles their own. I think people are working in different ways now than they used to, and I think it's really healthy and beautiful to see. People are like looking after their bodies and their minds, and they have like boundaries around like when they'll work and where they'll work and who they'll work with. It doesn't just have to be a pandemic that makes us look after ourselves and those around us. Like, we can work in ways that are community focused, where we are looking after each other when we're working together on a project. I think a formal acknowledgement that Māori never ceded sovereignty, and looking at those treaties and te tiriti and actually formally acknowledging that. I think as a society, when we uplift those that have been oppressed, it's actually better for everyone. Equality, mana motuhake, like all of that, like bring it on. I'm like a little bit of a socialist, if we're getting political. I just think there needs to be more equality within our resources, and that's what will make communities thrive. There shouldn't be like 1% having like 90% of the wealth. Like, eat the rich. I was thinking about this question. I was trying to think of like a superpower that I maybe have. I'm kind of that friend that has, you know, that home that people can come to and be fed and have a cup of tea and like talk and just feel safe. So maybe that's my superpower, is just like big mummy energy. I hope for my legacy to be in my writing. I don't know if it's the writing itself. It's potentially the impact it can have on other people, or whether that inspires that person, you know, to get into like Māori rights, like wahine rights. That's the legacy I hope to leave. Dense and chewy, or fluffy and light?
I only know dense and chewy.
Thank you. That's fine. That's all there is.
Log or ball?
Ooh, ball. So, like, how do you have your doughboys? Honestly, I am usually one of the first people on the D floor, and I'm usually the last one there. So kind of just anything, but nothing after 2 a.m. I have a rule. The night never gets better after 2 a.m. My home, it's just so nice. I have plants, I have animals, I have people I love. If I'm looking outside of my home, it's the sea. Just immerse me in it. This is going to sound silly because I'm here talking on the camera, but I guess like more confidence public speaking and stuff like that. It's terrifying. First instinct, my partner, just because they are my best friend, like just pure company value. Survival reasons, my dad. You know, I grew up with a family of like hunters and fishers and people who know how to survive. So absolutely them. Quick fire, I'd pay off my house. I would love to have dinner with my nana on my dad's side. She passed away when I was like 7 or 8, so I didn't really get to know her. And I feel like as far as like culturally, there was like a lot of like whakaaro that was lost when she went. So I would love to just sit down and talk to her. I would make her what my dad calls fake boil up, because I am a vegetarian. I'm a big energy person. So I just kind of like to settle and kind of see, you know, what they're putting out into the world. I'm an international athlete. played floorball earlier this year, represented New Zealand and Thailand. Like, let's just go in and, give it a go. On a personal level and a creative level, I'm kind of looking at different opportunities where I can do some more writing. I just need someone to give me a deadline. We just launched our first drop of the Kia Mau Festival 2023 program, which is very exciting.
Oh, take me to your leader. Give me the tea from the inside. Her reputation shall just proceed.